In Utah, licensed professional engineers, professional structural engineers, and professional land surveyors are expected to meet minimum standards for their profession. This includes being both professional and lawful in their business dealings and practices. When a licensee breaks these standards, they may face disciplinary action and lose their license. The Division of Occupational and Professional Licensing, or DOPL, defines what constitutes unprofessional or unlawful conduct for all licensees and for each occupation or profession. There are numerous ways a licensee may commit unprofessional or unlawful conduct. For the purposes of this video, we will share a broad overview and a handful of examples. You can find comprehensive information regarding unprofessional and unlawful conduct relating to engineering and land surveying in Chapter 58.22.501 of Utah Code and current Administrative Rule R156.22.502. Professional engineers, professional structural engineers, and professional land surveyors must follow the professional and lawful standards set for all licensees, as well as one set for their specific professions. For instance, the following situations qualify as unlawful conduct in the engineering and land surveying professions. Using the titles professional engineer, professional land surveyor, professional structural engineer, or any other words, letters, or abbreviations which would indicate an individual is licensed when they are not. Practicing or attempting to practice engineering, structural engineering, or surveying when an individual is not licensed. A professional engineer practicing structural engineering when they are not a licensed structural engineer. Knowingly allowing another to use a licensee's authority to practice or engage in a profession. Allowing another to use your seal and forge your signature and date on a document. Unprofessional conduct in the engineering and land surveying professions includes submitting a final plan or document to a client or building official that is not complete or does not have a professional seal. Failing to exercise responsible charge as a principal. A principal in responsible charge is a licensed professional engineer, professional structural engineer, or professional land surveyor who has direct control and personal supervision of a work. Practicing or attempting to practice a profession beyond the scope of the licensee's competency, abilities, education, or license. Receiving gratuities for endorsing another's services or products. Not following the accepted and recognized standards and ethics of the profession, including the Rules of Professional Conduct established by the National Council of Examiners for Engineering and Surveying, NCEES. Some of these rules include: remain aware of their first and foremost responsibility, public welfare. Do not reveal facts, data, or information obtained in a professional capacity without the prior consent of a client or employer. Do not attempt to maliciously or falsely injure the professional reputation, practice, or employment of other licensees. If DOPL finds a person has committed an unprofessional or unlawful act, whether they're licensed or not, they will face disciplinary actions. DOPL will evaluate the severity of the violation and take into consideration whether it poses an immediate threat to the public when deciding what disciplinary action to take. There are three main types of disciplinary actions: a written citation, an adjudicative proceeding, or a stipulated settlement. All disciplinary actions may include a fine and/or a cease and desist order. If an individual continues to commit unlawful or unprofessional conduct, refuses to comply with a final citation, or the violation is severe enough, the division may refuse to issue or renew a pending license, or suspend, revoke, or place a professional's current license on probation. If you have questions regarding DOPL's investigative process, unlawful and unprofessional conduct, or disciplinary actions, refer to the Utah Code and Administrative Law mentioned earlier, or contact DOPL Investigations by calling 801-530-6630. For information regarding engineer land surveyor licensure, go to doppel.utah.gov/ENG.